continuing with the demo 2 session, but generally what is happening is our day one session only. So we'll be continuing with our what all we have started. We saw last session, if you remember, we saw the overview, right? We saw some basics of what we'll be covering and what is our core structure. And to just point out very specifically, this time we have added Kubernetes part due to like lot of demand. I meant like from the previous batches, and also we have got some requests to add these to the core structure based on the current market trend and demand for these new technologies. So what we have done is we have added Kubernetes, even microservices, like how you test basics of that, like what specifically you need to look for when you're testing microservices. But that is more sort of the analysis part, like how you analyze microservices. Specifically if you have some, because generally in microservices APIs come into play a lot. So when you're testing an API, what are the key points which you need to take care using JMeter, and all those stuff we'll be covering there. Then also we'll be seeing some basics on the Dockers and containers, like some basic commands, etc., which are useful as a performance engineer to analyze the logs of a container or a Docker. How you can do that, how you can install things using a Docker, those things and all. We'll be seeing basics in which is an extra in this batch, which will be starting. So yeah, that I wanted to call out. So today we'll be jumping into the introductory module of performance and JMeter. Okay, so let me share my screen. So I'll be sharing this drive link with all of you. So all these materials, code, the notes which I am showing, okay, will be available to you all. So need to write it down again. Anyways, because I will be sharing all this to you. Even the videos will be there recording for you. Only thing what you can do is you can practice hands-on when I am doing side by side, so that we don't have the confusions. Okay. Yeah, right. So basically, now when we speak about JMeter, there are multiple things which you need to learn. First is mainly the 12 major elements which are there in JMeter, and then we need to know how do we record scripts in JMeter, like basically how you set up a server, proxy server, how you set up an HTTP versus HTTPS recording. Then in recording itself, if you can divide, there is web services, there is the mobile app also. So we need to know how we record a mobile app, how we record a web service, and also then how we need to know how we do an API testing. Okay, then we need to know some mainly some ports, okay, which we can use. With that we will be seeing, and then we will be seeing some filtering, what we how we do, then how we generally do a script recording, in real time, when there is a web service, how you go to a web browser and how you record that, and how you try to enhance your script. So enhance is basically when you're doing it for one user, there won't be any issue, but when you're doing it for multiple users, right, that same script, so there has to be some enhancements which you need to do, especially with the dynamic values. So with that we will be seeing like how in JMeter we handle the dynamic parameters, dynamic values, and how we will inculcate those into our scripts. Okay, and some best practices which we need to do. And what I have done is basically, I have created a list of best practices, like that, the way, like how you can create a script from end to end, like from starting from first step to the last, so that you can follow to create a script. In that way, you will have a proper procedure to create the scripts that you can use. Okay, so these things, these note file, I will be sharing with you all also. So for later on, you can use this as a reference once the course is done. That time also. Right. So how many of you are from performance background here? Just can I get a quick what domain you are from, like the technology? Pushpak,
Yes, I am from
usage.
performance test.
Okay, thank you, Pushpak. Vishal, Vishal, you on the call?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I'm not from the performance testing.
Okay, thank you, Vishal. Yeah. So what's your domain, Vishal? Is it testing or some development
Yeah.
or yeah?
Yes, yes, it is a testing, the
Okay, okay, yeah.
regression testing type
Okay,
of.
okay, yeah. Thank you, Vishal. Lavanya,
Uh, I'm a functional tester, so I
yeah.
just want to learn performance testing.
Okay, okay, yeah. Thank you, Lavanya. Shansha.
Yeah.
So I'm performance tester. I have other experience on JMeter.
Okay, so you already have JMeter experience. So what is the expectation, Shansha, from this course you have?
Actually, I want to learn something new in this. I mean, Bean shell, how to involve, and API testing, and what are the new topics like Kubernetes, Docker.
Okay,
I
okay,
know some
mm,
basic topics on Docker and Kubernetes. So that's what
okay,
I want
mm,
to learn that one also.
okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Sure, sure, Shansha. Yeah. Thank you. Murli. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Murli. Pranita. Okay. Ravinder. Soumya.
I'm from performance background, Vishnu, for the last 12 years, but I'm
Okay.
basically a load runner person and completely new to JMeter.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Soumya. Suma Reddy? Su-
I'm a fresher, sir. So I
okay,
want to
okay.
learn new course. Yeah,
Okay, okay. No issues.
thank
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Suma. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Soumya. You too. Molika?
I'm from financial backgrounds,
Financial in sense
commerce
like
background.
what? Okay. So,
Actually, I'm in GL SAP,
okay, okay,
GL
okay. Yeah, I got
accounting and R2 or SAP. Yeah, I'm
Yeah, so
on that part.
basically,
I'm
okay, okay. So you want to switch to testing, is it?
yes.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Malika. Gulam Sadiq.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, because why I'm trying to understand from which domains you are, so that I can focus on those topics. Because if I assume, let's say that's like everyone is from performance, then I will go in that direction. Okay, so since I have a mixed population here, I can plan it in such a way like I will not assume anything that you know. Okay, so that's why I want to know the audience well. Gulam Sadiq, are you there in the call? Anusha, Neeraj.
Technical support background and a little bit of manual testing.
Okay, okay, yeah. That's good because so people who have little bit of testing background also that will be helpful. So who are totally new to testing, they might feel little hard to grab some concepts, but that is also not that tough. Once if you listen it twice, maybe once I take here, once you go through the recordings again, it will be clear. Okay, so no worries. Srikant, Balaji, okay, Madhu.
It's the performance testing.
Oh, okay, okay, Srikant. Okay. So, how many which tools you have used, Srikant, before?
Vishnu, sorry, I'm a fresher.
Okay, 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 Srikant. Yeah, that's fine. Balaji.
I think Balaji has said he has experience, not me.
Hello.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
Vishnu.
okay. Yeah, Balaji. So, which all tools you have used?
Automation is good. I used an
Yes, Balaji.
automation. Automation. I used an automation. But I need
Okay,
to.
okay, 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 okay. Yeah, thank you, Balaji. Madhu.
No, I'm not working, sir.
Okay,
I'm a fresher here. Okay.
okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, no issues. So basically, we have I think a few freshers. Then we have uh, totally non-testing audience. Also, we have few. Yeah, that's fine. So we will be like taking the classes in such a way only, so that we don't cover any. Like for example, like if I say directly throughput, so performance guys will know it, but the other people might not know what the throughput is or what is a if I say out some 90th percentile or some response time. So that's why I wanted to know the audience, so that when I say throughput, at least I give some background regarding that, what it is, and so that everyone is aware what I am speaking about. Right. Okay. So that's good. Like we have a pretty much wider audience. Even we can share things with each other. Like even some who are from automation, they can share something with the performance, and in that way, this might be an interactive session. Yes. So right. Okay, so since we are from different backgrounds, what I will do is let's start with the little bit of performance basics. Okay, so let me open my Jamboard. generally how I do is like we have a 1.5 hour of session, right? So whatever theory is there, I try to take it at the beginning, then maybe half an hour, and then I go to the the lab part, I mean the tool, the remaining 1 hour and so, because so that everyone don't like, so that the audience doesn't get bored of a lot of theory in one class or a lot of even lab in one class, so we have a balance. So yeah, so now we will start with the like we'll try to understand some basic. So whenever we are starting with performance, so basically, how is performance different from other testing? What we do, we know performance is a non-functional testing, right? Uh, but what are the main things which we focus in performance? Anyone? Yeah. So anyone from who can like anyone from performance, they can call out. Like, what are the basic, like what is it which we are interested in understanding when we speak about performance?
How the website or web application is functioning when a lot of users are using at the same time.
Correct. Yeah, that's the way which we will we can see it more sort of in a if you want to say it in layman terms. But what, let's say if I want to speak now the same thing what Neeraj said in a technical way. So that's why when we say we are interested in two things. One is the load. Okay, so how much load my application or whatever infrastructure or whatever is running in the background is able to handle. Okay, that is one thing. Second thing is the stability, which is very important. Okay, so what do we mean by stability? So what if I say like this application is stable? What do I mean by that? Any guess? Anyone?
consistent performance.
Correct. Yes. So stability means consistency. Okay. So what, not only with respect to the performance or whatever, but even the pages or what you are getting from that, like the results what you're getting should be consistent. Okay. So that's more sort of the stability. So now when we speak about so two things we spoke now, right? We spoke about the load, and now we are speaking about the stability. So now if someone asks you like how performance is different from any testing, any other testings, like for example automation. So there you are not interested in load or stability. Okay. Even if there are some other testings which you do, like even failover testing. So how is performance different from failover testing? Anyone? Any guess?
Failover testing means
Yeah. So basically, see, if there is a testing called failover testing where you try to analyze the system whether your system is able to withstand any failures. Okay. So you test the system in such a way that you induce that failure and you try to see whether the application will be able to withstand that failure. Like what, how is the propagation happening? Is there a cascading failure? And all those stuff happens when we do a failover testing. So that is very much similar to performance, but only thing there, the difference is you're not worried about the load or stability. So that's why whenever someone asks like how is performance different from other testing, or what is performance all about, you should speak about load and stability. So now when we speak about load and stability, whenever you have something, you need something called KPI, right? some key point indicators which show, like for example, if I say load and stability, my application is performing well because of the load test and load wise and the stability wise. That doesn't, and how will I justify it? I need some KPI, right? So what are the KPIs you think which is related to the load? So we have the response time. Now, so why do I say response time? So see, now whenever there is a load, when there are 10 users, let's say, okay, when there is 10 users, so we have 10 users, my application is taking, let's say my main page or the landing page, the first home page is taking 1 second, 10 seconds to load, okay, completely. Now with 100 users, will it be higher or lower?
Lower.
Means like your users are increasing, so your time will also increase, right? Because it is more load on your system,
Yeah, yeah.
correct? Or either it will be equal, sometimes it can be equal if due to some reasons like auto scaling is there or something in your system, but generally it can't be below, it cannot go below what you got for 10 users, okay? So it will be higher, let's say 100 seconds to load. So now if you see, if I plot the graph, okay, users and time graph. So for 10 users, my time was 10 seconds. 100 users, my time is 100 seconds. So if I plot it, what do you see? What do you see? With users, my response time is increasing, right? For 10 it was here, now for 100 it is here. So more my users, more the response time. So what is basically this users? Users is nothing but load, right? So more the load, more the response time. That's what I'm seeing in this application, whatever application I'm testing. So that's why response time is a good KPI for load. Clear, everyone? What I wanted to convey? Uh, Neeraj?
Yes, got it.
Yeah. So KPI for load is response time, right? Now let's come to stability. Stability, what do you think the KPI could be?